Hey, welcome back. We're back in Timberborn again today, looking at our water beavers colony. And today we've got some other things to do. We've got an update to look at, mostly to our balloons here. And I have an idea of what to do with some of the balloons. Last time we found out that you can take these normal platforms and actually put them over the top of a lot of this stuff here. So what I think I'm going to do, first of all, I want to fill in this gap right here. Let's grab a warehouse, the tiny long one. There we go. I'm going to change this out. We're going to do another one right there. This one can be for the gears that we just took out. There we go. And this one can be for the explosives that we just took out. And then we're going to come in, we're going to put platforms in above all of this here, and all of this here. Because I'm noticing I have plenty of regular food, but I'm not getting as much cooked food as I probably need. So we'll use some of this platform here to get some more cooked food. I'd also like to start moving up into this section of the map. Eventually, we're going to want to take up this whole thing right here. It's about a third of the map that we haven't really used or done much with. So we're going to start by just coming up here, and we'll see if eventually we can reroute this water to a more useful direction than just flowing into this toxic lake here. Let's figure out how we want to get up there, though. Let's see. We have got, you know what? I think it's a good time to unlock some ladders. We've got some science at the moment. It should keep flowing in. We'll go ahead, unlock those. I'm going to have to put a 2 platform there, or else it'll only go up 2 spaces. Also, I should probably go to the correct ladder there. That'll probably help just a little bit. And we'll come across here. Let's see. Yep, right from there. Let's say, can we reach with a bridge here? Do I have a 2 that'll reach? I do this and then... no, that won't do it. Let's see, where else can I build a bridge from to get over there? It seems like it should work, but it does not seem to actually want to work. So let's go maybe a longer bridge. Oh yeah, there we go. Just have to choose the bridge of the right length. That often helps. Let's get another staircase here. You know what? I only need a staircase. I'm not going to use the metal for that. We'll come up here and let's get a couple of the, where is it at? Lumberjack flags. There we go. 1, 2. And since I want them to be able to just continue on, pick up all these trees, we're going to put in some storage up here just for those. Let's get this in. We'll say that's for the logs that are here. And we'll make sure to mark all of these trees in here. You guys can go there. Let's get these out of there. Is that on a higher level? Yeah, it's on a higher level. Let's go ahead and do, you know what? We've got a nice spiral staircase. We'll do something like that. And then I guess come around this way. And that should let us get a lot of this stuff out. And we'll figure out how to clear some of this area eventually. So looking at the balloons here, and we are getting some of the stuff now. So I think some of the hauling issues have been fixed. However, I still think we would function better if we had more haulers. So I'm going to go ahead, toss in another hauling place up here. Originally, I think I was going to do something different with it, and we might yet later when we have better places for haulers. But we'll go ahead and put one in there. I believe this is already a hauler. These are good. This is a hauler. We've got a little bit of hauling from a couple of other places. We've got the tower here that has haulers in it, so we've got quite a few. And you know what? We're going to do even one more beyond that. So let's go ahead, take this out of there. We'll say that's high priority. There we go. We'll put another one of these next door and then put another hauling attic on top of it. We've got our platform in here, covering up most of this original storage area, which looks pretty nice. I think we're going to go ahead and grab another balloon place. Here we go. We're going to put you right here. Let's face you that way. There we go. We'll grab the road. We'll come in through here, go to here, and into there. We might just go ahead and take this out, though, so we can get a road in from here as well. And then let's make sure we're still making a balloon, because we are going to need... Are we making balloons? We're making a lot of explosives, but no balloons. So let's make a balloon, and then when that comes up, we'll put it on top here. We'll get the new scout balloon, which lets us basically get all of the other balloons here. Let's go ahead, turn you around. You face that way. We'll get our unnamed scout balloon at the moment and get them going so they can build all of that stuff. Now, the other purpose that I had for this right here was to get more of these cooking tents, because we have a decent amount of cabbages and mushrooms, but we are just not making enough of the cooked food. So we're going to come in here. You know what? I'm going to switch that. Let's do this. There we go. You can go here. You can be another braised. You can be another rice. And then we'll get one more for the pumpkins. We're not going to make awful stew quite yet, but we may eventually do that. Let's come down here, get the path in there, and that might be all the extra beavers that we have at the moment, so we'll come back and check that. I'm noticing our one gathering flag over here is not quite keeping up with the chestnuts. They're not doing bad, but they're not doing terrible. Well, they're not doing bad, but they're not doing great either. So what I'm going to do is we're going to move the lumberjack flag here. Yep, that's what I was thinking. And we're going to move it, let's say, right there. And this one can really come out of there. Once that one's done, we'll replant there. But I want to also take out these right here, and we'll get in a better gathering place. Now, I wish the gathering place would let you combine with the forester like the tapper's hut does to get a tower that gives you 10 haulers, but so far there's nothing like that. The gatherer's shack is kind of just a wooden box, so they haven't made that yet if they're going to at all. Well, there's a mountain full of dynamite right there. Let's go ahead, remove some of this stuff. There we go. We'll get you out of here, and you can go. Those are going to have to stay for a minute, but let's go ahead, plant in our cabbages here. And a lot of this, I think they can get from ground level. So I'm just going to remove all of this here. Do that. And once they get this one in... Oh, they'll probably want to put this one in too. Once they get that one there in, we can remove a lot of this. They finished clearing this area out for us, so we're going to go ahead, toss in another one of these. And once again, put in the hauler's warehouse here. Maybe, if we can get that to go in. There we go. It's got to face the right way. That's important. So they'll put these in. We'll set one for... Are you harvesting? Planting doesn't really seem to be an issue. So we're going to set this one to harvesting as well. I'm going to switch out some of these trees for the ever blossoms. We'll take those out. We'll take these out and let them cut those down. Also probably want to say don't replant those. because we're not really having that much of a problem with our pine resin, as you can see. So we'll do that just to make sure we keep up with the log supply. We've taken the lumberjack flag out of here, so I'm going to move this one over, pause this one. In fact, we're just going to take him out of there. There we go. And we're going to say, let's go ahead and get a harvester office in here. There we go. Like I said, I would love to have this connect to this somehow and get those extra haulers, but I don't know, maybe that's not in the works. They're still working on taking some stuff out over here, but we'll go ahead and clean out this little bit here. You go ahead and remove these. There we go. Add the cabbages back in and get our explosives set up for the next round. There we go. And we'll let them put that in. And as this expands out, we're probably going to need more and more. I'm noticing, though, that the bad water is killing this row right here. So we might just redo this road here. And let's take you out of here. There we go. That should keep them a little bit more separate. Eventually, we might set up bridges so that we can have some more land underneath here to farm with. And speaking of bridges, I'm seeing we need some stairs. I'm not sure how I thought those were linked, but if we get some stairs up here, then they can go directly to here. Speaking of directly, let's get... Here we go. We'll do something like this. And I would like some storage here. Let's just do a large pile. We'll do one there. And this is for the metal. So let's give them scrap metal in here. Scrap metal, there we go. And we'll say you're an obtain. Maybe the haulers will have a little bit easier time getting you metal. How have we done on bugs? We've got 3. We haven't got many more, so hopefully with more haulers, they'll start bringing over some more metal blocks. Speaking of storage, something else we need stored is going to be some actual methane to run all of these balloons. I'm going to go ahead and just get the tank for that. It holds 2,000 and it's only 120 science, so we'll go ahead, put that up, and then we can start saving up some of the methane that we'll need for all of the balloons that we're going to make. Notice these guys should be metal blocks instead of scrap, so I'm going to change that and we'll see if that helps them move this around. I only really need 2 more bugs to set up for the, or start setting up for the bug place, but we just got to get the metal blocks into the balloon before it leaves. I prioritize the edge here of this area so we can maybe get some of our brambles to start spreading down here into a bigger area. I'm hoping they finish this up pretty quickly. In fact, it looks like they've just really started focusing on it here. So we'll, there we go, explode those. And when that's all done, we'll get a ladder in here. But I have a feeling we're going to have to make some other changes once that ladder goes in. We finally got enough removed here to actually put in some stairs. So I'm going to put one in right there so these guys can come down and help out with the brambles. Speaking of which, I'm going to just move these guys over. There we go. And once these are built, I will go ahead, turn these off. There we go. What are these guys set at? They'll get somebody in here in just a minute. But I have a feeling that these guys are going to be focusing more on the brambles instead of the trees. So I want to make sure that we've got somebody to pick up these trees as well. I'm going to come down here, grab the lumberjack flag, and we're going to find a place up here that's just out of range of the brambles. Something like this and that should cover most of the trees. And then if I need another one to get these lower trees, we'll figure that out whenever we... Well, that's not what I wanted there. Not at all. I want the tree. There we go. Also, I don't know why you're not set to cut, so go ahead and cut you. That should take care of it for now, though. If not, we'll figure something out. Well, I don't know if the haulers have just caught up or this large pile is helping, but it looks like we're moving forward on the larva again. And our balloon down here, our scout balloon, looks to be ready to go as well. Although I'm not sure where you save this stuff. So let's see if that's... Is that in here? Nope. Is that in a pile? Nope. So is it in a warehouse? No. I'm not sure where you save that at. I don't think it's in warm storage. That wouldn't make much sense, but I guess I can check. Maybe it doesn't have a storage yet. Nope, doesn't have a storage yet. So we'll have to keep an eye on those. Whenever that fills up, we'll explore a new area. Oh, I take that back. I found it. It's under the scroll racks. So if you need to store more of this up for whatever reason, you can use the scroll racks. However, I think most of them only cost whatever the balloon can hold. There's 10, 15, there's 20, 20, 25. So that one might be a bit of a problem. We might have to store some extra up there, but we'll find that when we need that, or we'll just let it build and maybe it'll bring in 5 more. I'm not sure. We'll figure that out though. So I was looking at our Firefly station here, and it looks like it needs the human meat, but I can't get that without the polar ones. So we're going to go ahead and try and just build that as well. I have another balloon on the way. Is there a good place to put this other than up there in the balloon area? Currently doesn't look like it. So we're just going to toss you in here. And we're going to say, let's grab the balloons for this as well. You can also go this way. Yep. And we'll see how much does that advanced building cost. 500. I still have 500. So we're going to put you right there. And they can work to building that whenever they can. And we'll have our first advanced building. Since we're having such good luck up here with getting the storage a little bit closer, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to put in a staircase here and have this come straight down to here so they don't have to go around. Then I'm going to get a storage. Let's get tanks. Oh, nope, we want this storage. There we go. We're going to put you in there. And you can come out here. That way they have gas here. We'll say obtain there as well. This is going to be a supply. We might make this bigger at some point, but I'm not too worried about it. Then they'll have everything that they need for this, basically. And then we'll have to make a storage for the human meat. I'm guessing that takes the cold storage, which I don't have that. Is that a warehouse thing? Can I store that in here? No, I can't store that in here. So we'll just have to take it directly out of here for now and feed the fireflies directly from there. More and more places are needing dynamite, so I'm going to just keep on focusing on down here. Once this is done, we have a decent amount of spare dynamite. There we go. We can work on some of the other places, maybe evening some of these hills out, because in their present situation, they're not terribly useful. But if we even them out, maybe they'll come in handy for something. Well, there we go. We've got our firefly in. We can start harvesting from them once we get some of the human meat in, which looks like it shouldn't take too long. We'll let that go and see if, before we wrap this up, if we can get a little bit of that glowing fluid. It looks like to get the human meat, we're going to need some strong alcohol up here. So we'll go ahead, put in another storage for that up here. We'll get a medium tank up here. There we go. We'll set it for the strong alcohol and say obtain. And let's see, are we doing okay on this? They are making some strong alcohol. Are we low on sake? For the moment, we are kind of low on sake. They're doing the best they can do. Maybe we should get some storage over here for them as well. So let's do something like a medium tank here with just a bit of water in it. There we go. And then we'll do a warehouse, just a medium warehouse. How about right there? And we'll toss rice in this one. Hopefully we can keep up on the amount of rice that we need. We'll say that's an obtain. We'll say you're a water and you obtain. And maybe that'll speed these guys up just a bit. We've got our second balloon in here. So now we just got to wait for them to bring the stuff over. It looks like we've got plenty of methane. We just need to get some strong alcohol for them. And then we can get some of the human meat to feed our bug over here. That's a small experiment. I'm going to toss in one of these aquafire pumps. I'm going to put it here. Maybe I should put it here. Let's see. Now that I have ladders, I could probably redo this. Let's toss in some ladders here. There we go. And that'll eliminate this. We will dynamite those two out after that and put in this aquafire pump that we have that hopefully should pull us in a little bit of extra water. They seem to work pretty well, and we could definitely use the extra water ability. They finished our ladder here, so I went ahead, took out the stairs, and now we're going to put in dynamite. Let's see, let's get those in there so that we can finally get this aquifer in here. I believe we're going to have to hook it up in the middle, though. So let's see if we can get a couple of platforms to bring the power over to here. Let's do this, and why not there, too? We've got a bad tide on the way, but I'm not too worried about that. We've got a decent amount of water picked back up, and a decent amount of resources, doing okay on food, so overall I think we'll be okay. Let's just make sure all of this goes in, and that way we can pick up a little bit more water with this aquafire whenever they get it in there. There's the other dynamite, so let's grab from here. We'll do the small aquafire first. Mirror this building? Whoa, what in the world? That was weird. And then I will need an extra plank across there. Let's do power right across there. You can go in here, and we'll say that's fairly important. And here, we could probably toss some gears in somewhere. Question is, where? I could replace one of these real quick with the gear storage. So we're just going to do that. Let's get storage, small, 36 compared to, you know what? We're just going to do this. We're going to use those 30 science points, and we're just going to enjoy the fruits of our scientific labors. So let's get those in there, get our gears set up, and we'll set you to obtain. I don't know what else is going on there, but we'll let them build that. It might take a little bit. They've got most of this stuff in stock, so I'm not too worried about it. There we go. Small aquafire in. We should be pulling in water from that pretty much constantly. I've switched the mine back to pull water in as well. So during the bad tides and the droughts, there we go. We should pull in some from this, but we'll still have a little bit extra coming in there. We're going to have to work on our alcohol production. I think that's partially a function of the rice and the chestnuts here that we just don't have enough of at the moment. That and our beavers really seem to like to drink that before we can do anything useful with it. But that's not really something we can fix. But eventually we'll get some human meat and we'll be able to feed our giant firefly here. But I think that's going to do it for this time. So as always, just want to say thank you very much for stopping by. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and hope to see you next time. Bye.